everybody. Ya sé que no están aquí, pero les vamos a dar unos cuantos minutos porque quiero cafecear con ustedes. Quiero cafecear con ustedes de unas cuantas cosas. Oh my goodness. Don't forget that if you come into this live chat, you do have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes or more in order to go into the live chat and chat with anybody that's on there. Pero, ¿cómo los ha tratado el día? It was supposed to rain here in Raymondville today, and I think we just had some scattered showers here and there. Hi, Teresa Riley. How are you? Esther Martínez, ¿cómo estás? María Dennis. The Queen. It was supposed to rain a lot today, but it hasn't. It's just been scattered. And then tomorrow we're gonna have like 40%. I'm hoping that it rains because I gotta do some weeding and I don't want to throw, hey Punky, I love you. Hey the Queen. I don't want to wet the thing by myself with my money. Cynthia Leach. Usually if you're gonna do weeding, you want the ground soft, and it's been dry for the last 4 weeks. So if I want to weed the two little sections that I usually weed in front of my house, I would have to throw a lot of water. Where, if God decides that he wants to spit on them, hey, I need the water for free. When we get to 25, we're going to start talking about the title to this show. It did over where you were at, Teresa, because here it rained on the freeway and then like close to the high school, and then we drove this way and nada. So that's why I'm saying they were very scattered showers today. And they're predicting scattered showers tomorrow too. So it's like, this is Texas. It could rain on one side of the street y en el otro lado no cae ni una chispa. You didn't get nothing over there, Punky. Well, as long as it doesn't flood this town, as soon as it starts raining, 186 and 10th gets flooded. It's like they never took care of the problem, and they paid so much money. I remember when they were fixing all the streets, and they still get the same streets with the same floods. Yeah, we do need the water. I mean, I don't know if the farmers need it or not because they're picking up the cotton, and I've been seeing a lot of cotton bales, but we do need the water. It hasn't rained in the last 4 weeks. So we got 24 people. I guess 24 people. Hey, tell your friends that we're live. You all know that I had to cancel 200 people out of my Facebook por andar sacándome fotos. Man, I was looking at my comments on TikTok, And I blocked this one person, and it's like, oh, why do they make me do that? But if you don't have nothing nice to say, why do you want to come and be rude on my page? Go be rude on somebody else's page. You're gonna come in and say, "Oh, those dentures look good. These are not dentures. These are permanently on there. Dentures you take off and you put the glue every day." No, I'm like, what the? Oh, block. Thank you, the queen. Thank you for sharing it. Anyways, we're at 25, and I usually don't have a whole bunch of people because a lot of people don't know when I go live, and it's like that's fine too. But
guys, hit the like button. Come on, we got 28 people.
And we got 12 likes.
I'm sharing the video. So I already shared it on one. Let me share it on the other one.
Anyways, the title to this show is Por naturaleza somos metiches. By nature, we are. What's the word in English? Metiches.
Metiche in English, guys.
Nosy.
Yeah.
By nature, we are nosy. We like to stick our nose in other people's business all the time. All the time. Thanks, the queen, but yeah, that's the right word. Thank you, Maria Dennis. By nature. But that's how God made us. That's how we get to know other people and how they are. And that's when you say, no te juntes con la chusma, you know. Doña Florinda always told Kiko, no te juntes con la chusma. But Kiko never listened. And he was always with a chusma. And the chusma was always el Chavo del Ocho y la Chilindrina. You know, she didn't want him hanging around with them. And that's who he hung around with. Hey, Bocana. But, you know, people worry about the wrong things. You know, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield as an insurance, okay? For the last 6 months, I've been mad at Blue Cross Blue Shield. I have not been able to see a doctor since the beginning of the year. And one of the reasons is because, they decided that I could get Blue Cross Blue Shield. And then they want to give me another clinic that I've never been to. Why am I supposed to go to another clinic that I've never been to when the clinic that I go to is in their network? So the first month in January was arguing with Blue Cross Blue Shield about you need to change the clinic and the doctor. What's the deal? My doctor and my clinic are on your, on your network. So then they claimed that they changed it, and I waited like 6 weeks, never got a card. So then I picked up the phone, and what happens when you pick up the phone and call these companies? These companies don't want to pay nobody in the United States. Why am I putting it out here on social media? Because it's true. They want to hire people outside of the United States to do their network or their networking, answering phones and stuff. The phone calls are being transported out of the United States for these companies into India or wherever it is that they're taking.
I'll be right back, guys. RPD.
So,
sorry, no, they're not here yet.
RPD is not there yet.
No, it's not there yet.
So, anyways, they're transporting these calls outside of the United States because they don't want to pay the minimum wage in the United States to employees to answer the phones. Well, then you get an English-speaking person from India, and I don't care. India, their primary language is English. But because of the, what is it called, Ophelia?
What is it called in Spanish?
Their culture. Because of their culture, they
have
have
an accent because of
they
that?
have a worse accent than we do. That's like if they were even putting these llamadas or these calls back to England, they have a bad accent in England, even for them to have English as a first
The
language.
primary language.
You know, so in India, English is the first language.
Are you
But
sure?
yes, but they have a bad accent. So I'm over there telling them that they needed to change the second time I called, the doctor died. My doctor passed away because life is short, people. And just because you're a doctor, you don't have no guarantee that you're going to live forever. So my doctor died in February sometime, and I'm calling Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they're transferring me over to India. And I'm telling the guy, my doctor died. I need to have this other doctor from this clinic put on my card because y'all are playing games and the clinic is playing games at this point because if I don't have the card, they won't give me an appointment. So, okay, so supposedly they changed my doctor, but no, what they did was they changed my address. They changed the doctor too, but they changed my address, and I kept telling them it's so and so, and they put another word. It was a 3-letter word, and they put another 3-letter word that sounds kind of like it, but it's spelled different. So, what's the post office supposed to do? So, I never got the second card for the second call. Then I called again. And at this point, by the fourth month, I'm already asking for a supervisor. So finally today I decided, you know what? I'm tired of waiting for this medical card. 6 months, 7 months out of the year have already passed by. I need to see a doctor, not because I'm dying, but I need to see a doctor. And I really think that I have a lymph node that never got back to the size it was supposed to get to since COVID started in 2020. So it's been a while, but I haven't seen a doctor since 2017, people. So I'm like, I know when the problem started, and Ophelia hates it because when we go eat, and Martina or my sister Frances, and they're like, as soon as I bite something and I swallow, it's right here. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like looking at them like, I know I chewed this right and it's not going down. So I need to see a doctor. But today I said, you know what? Let me drive over to the clinic. It's about 3 blocks from my house. So I went over there and I took the 2 statements that Blue Cross Blue Shield so shamelessly sent me. And why am I saying that? Because they sent me a statement that they got paid over $1,500 or between 1,000 and 15 for medical insurance for me, and I haven't seen a doctor. Oh, and they bolded it in black, dark bold letters. You have not seen a doctor, 0000. Well, this month I received another statement from them, and it said the same thing. You haven't seen a doctor, 0000. They can send me a statement twice, but they can't get an insurance card with my doctor's name on it. Go figure that one. So I go to the clinic and I showed them the statements and I told them, I'm tired of playing the game. I need to have an appointment done. I need to see this doctor. I don't even know what the doctor looks like. She might be a teenager or she might be an old person. I don't know. But I told them I want to see this doctor. And my other doctor was a male, so it doesn't matter to me. I really will rather prefer males than females. I've had experiences with female doctors, and I don't like the treatment that I get from them. And I'm expecting to get better treatment from this doctor, but we'll see. And I told him, I don't know how I can get this statement. And they're telling me that I can go on the computer and get a copy of my card, of my insurance card. I told him, but do you think that if I had an actual job, they would be giving me Obamacare? Do you think that I can afford internet services in my house? I don't have a computer in my house, and it's refusing the password on my phone. So how am I supposed to get a medical card to see your doctor? And the guy looks at me and he's laughing and he's like, I understand what you're going through. And he's moving his little fingers as fast as he can. Then I saw him get up and he went and got me two papers and he said, here you go. So he got me a medical card that's about the size of a 8 by 11 page. And he got me the front and the back. And he looked at the other lady and he's like, when's her appointment? And they said Wednesday at 8:40 in the morning. I'm like, do I have to come here without eating anything? The last time I went to, where was I? In Del Rio. That's funny because I was in Del Rio and I went to see a doctor for Racana. They were paying and they wanted a physical or something. And I was cracking up, people, because I didn't know that they were going to draw blood and all that. I thought I was just there to do a physical, my eyesight and stuff. Well, I was hungry when I got to the tent from working 12 hours. So the appointment wasn't until like 9:30 or something, and I got there at 6. So what did Angie do? Angie went to the big tent that had the breakfast and everything, and I didn't like anything on the breakfast thing, but they had these little cups with pineapple and watermelon. So I got 3 of those little cups. I didn't get one. I was being Angie. If I'm going to eat something I like, I'm going to eat it until I start sneezing or whatever, and then I'll quit. Well, then these people checked my blood sugars, and my blood sugars were like 400. And I was arguing with them. I'm not a diabetic. I ate this. I didn't know you all were going to draw blood. You know, it's like, isn't that normal? Would you all do that? Hi, Cesar. How are you? So I did that when I was in Del Rio. So this time I'm going to not do it. Okay. They said don't eat nothing because we are going to draw blood. So I'm going to see the doctor on Wednesday. And it's like, oh, that's for the haters. But anyways, yeah, people are so metiches that they're saying that, you know, Cordova has said for Ofelia not to be on the internet.
So guys, talking about metiches and metichonas. All right, talking about nosy people. I have not. Hey, tú, pinche panzona in the
Allá
back.
atrás.
And I am going to call you a panzona.
Allá atrás.
You, way over there in the back, bitch.
You see Ofelia right here next to me?
Chingas a tu madre, puta, because nobody has told me not to go live. I told you once and I'll tell you again, bitch, porque no entiendes, culerita.
Déjame, yo les digo. Ofelia, look at her. Ofelia no tiene ni rey ni roque, ni quien le maneje el troque. No, y ni un pendejo aquí en el sur de Texas la manda a ella.
And I have not been.
Ella hace lo que ella quiere.
I'm doing it because I don't want to go live. All right? Especially because of what I'm going to do right now, bitch. See, I went live on purpose. Y ahorita vas a ver what I'm going to do, bitch. Right here. I'm waiting for RPD because I did it on purpose because I knew you were going to do that, bitch. Ah!
Cindy Young, quit. Cindy Young, quit scaring me.
And don't take it off, bitch. No lo quites, culerita, because I did it on purpose.
Yeah, it's like these people are so hard-headed. And I'm not mentioning anybody's name, but they're so hard-headed that because Ofelia decided that she wasn't going to come out on social media for a while, they're saying that the judge told her not to come out. That judge hasn't seen Ofelia in front of him.
Man, Cordova's out of the picture.
Why is he sick?
Why is Cordova in the... Why would Cordova be in the... Guys, can anybody tell me why Cordova would be in the picture? Like why? Cordova is
Unless
Willacy
you're
County.
inside, but unless you're inside the
Cordova's
courthouse.
Willacy County. I'm not. Nothing is going on in Willacy County for me.
Willacy County's calm.
I'm done. Willacy County, nada.
You know, it's like they're so worried about Judge Cordova and he's over there with his family. Leave him alone. The only time that you have to worry about any judge is if you're in front of them. Other than that, they're not going to mess with you. They can tell you to pay a fine, or they can tell you, hey, you're going to go to, you know, you're going to go a few weekends to jail, or you're going to do community service. But they can't actually tell you straight up unless you're really a menace. And I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm still trying to figure out how Ophelia's voice and Ophelia's way of saying things, because Ophelia's way of saying things is a little bit different than mine, you know, but Ophelia will, I can probably mandarte a chingar tu madre, real easy, but probably wouldn't add the hijas de puta. Ophelia will. It's like, but for these people to actually say that a judge told Ophelia not to come out on social media.
Were they there?
They weren't standing there. They were not under the judge's desk. They weren't behind the judge's desk. They weren't in the courtroom, So it's like, really, I've been 2 years trying to keep to myself pretty much, and I come out every once in a while.
So guys, Scarlett says, I missed everyone. Oh, I missed everyone. I thought you had missed everything. Scarlett, I missed you too, girlie. I went live hace rato on purpose. All right? And that's what's going on right now. I went live on purpose.
But I mean, we can all go live. You can go live on your YouTube channels. It's like, they want you to get 1,000 people, but they'll allow you to go live. The whole thing with these hard-headed
individuals,
persons, is that they don't understand the concept of, I'm not gonna allow you.
Thank you for being there.
I'm not gonna allow you to monetize with my creativity. I'm not gonna allow you to monetize with my creativity.
You know what?
Now it's already gonna be the end of August. I'm gonna get my yard ready because guess what,
guys?
Halloween is coming up, and we're gonna set it up.
Let me tell you guys something.
Because witchcraft is not illegal in the United States, and we will have a Halloween show this year again.
Hey, do you know how far these individuals have gone?
Up in your butt, or what?
Guys, do you guys know how far they went? I'll tell you what. Remember that Houston dog? Well, no, it's got blue. I needed it for my copper. My copper? Do you guys remember that Houstonian dog? Did you know that he opened up a YouTube channel with a name, with a fake account that he had, that he was using, and he posted one video or two videos of me. And these women that have also been bashing on me for the past 4 years also opened up YouTube pages to monetize with my videos.
Did you report them?
They brought them down because you can't do that. You can't monetize with my videos.
They forget that anything that you do on YouTube is copyrighted to you. It's copyrighted to your page. So if somebody else wants to get one of your videos and maybe talk about it, or what is it called, Ophelia, when they want to analyze it?
Analyze it is all right.
They can analyze your video, but they cannot put your video on their platform and play it like if it was theirs, because it's not. And that's something that they need to understand. It's like, you get into so many little red areas that you're not supposed to be in, but there you want to be, nosy metiche. But that guy from Houston, he was his job is actually in IT, so he had access to a lot of female persons computers, and he would ask for their emails and passwords. So he had them written, and that's how he gets all these pages that he opens, and these females don't even know that he's doing it. Because I'm sure that when you're scrolling on YouTube and you see Angie Gongora, you don't see who owns the page or who's running the page. You know, you assume that it's me.
Others open pages just to get around being blocked. Exactly. Or they'll come back with a different page.
You know, and these people are so nosy about so much stuff. It's like, really? Why do you want to be nosy about, you know, if a judge is saying that you can or can't do social media? Especially when you know good and well that those 5 platforms know that nobody has gone to court except for 2 people. And the other one lost. Ophelia didn't lose. So I don't understand that concept if everybody knows that none of the court cases have gone to court. And those court cases will not be held here in Willacy County. I'm not going to talk about the cases that are in Willacy County because I'm not going to do it. But that's part of being metiche. That's part of being nosy, and you stick your nose in other people's business, and you keep sticking your nose in there, and you never move out. You don't move on. It's like, why am I telling everybody that I'm gonna go see a doctor on Wednesday morning? I'm not dying right now. I'm not dying. I'm not sick. Do y'all see me sick? No. But by Wednesday afternoon, or maybe by tomorrow afternoon, they'll be saying that I'm dying and I'm going to go see a doctor. So,
because they're metiches.
Because they're metiches. And, you know, and it's like, they don't care about HIPAA laws. They don't care about, you know, being nosy laws. They don't care about being bully laws. They don't even care about how they use you to make you look bad when they go 5 years back or to the very beginning of your stuff, because they actually have copies of it and you don't, because they closed your account and you didn't even find out about it. Last night I was shocked. I'm gonna tell you all. It was like 1 a.m, and I don't know what Ophelia had done on Una Hora con la Doña, but I was trying to open it on Facebook and it kept saying error, 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 and I'm like, oof. So I left it alone for about 40 minutes. I was started playing a game, and then I went back and it opened up Una Hora con la Doña. But for a little bit last night, it was closed. I don't know what happened. Cindy says they have no content without y'all, and they bait all those affiliated with the creators. Ophelia, you, Yaya. I say we tell everyone you're pregnant. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? I'll be talking about my little birds. My little birds have more sex than Ophelia has in 19 years. My little birds are laying eggs now. And those are the babies, not the mom and the dad. The babies are laying eggs. Those little babies are going to cost me a lot of money.
Those birds are having more sex than I've had in 19 years. Ortiz, I went live on purpose a little while ago. On purpose.
Ophelia says she went live on purpose. And you're right about them baiting people, but they don't bait me because I I'm not working right now, and I haven't been working for almost 2 years, Cindy. But
Guys,
I'd rather watch a Chinese movie, a Korean movie, or anything else, or my game on my phone than be watching them.
which is a good time to stop eating? Like during the day. Like stop eating at
8,
10 o'clock.
before 8.
I'm real hungry, but I don't want to eat because I'm gaining so much weight. Pinche Angie, ¿qué? Sell some, ¿qué? Oh, sell, ¿qué? Sell some and get a peacock. Sell the birds and get a peacock.
You want me to get a peacock? I don't want a peacock. I want to tell you exactly what I want.
Peacocks are noisy.
Peacocks are really noisy, but have you seen those giant bantam chickens, the ones that are like 3 feet tall? I want one of those. I can have 5 chickens, and I don't have any right now, and I don't think that there's a size limit. And I have 2 kennels. But I think those chickens run like $300.
Right. 8 p.m. is the cutoff time. Thank you. I'm not gonna eat nothing and just drink water. But I am starving.
But yeah, peacocks are noisy, and then you have to have, they fly, so you have to have like an aviary, like the big tent,
Guys, I'm not gonna eat.
for them to be able to fly and be happy. I have a goose. I've had her. She'll be 9. But that's what I want. And the McMurray hatchery has not put those chickens on their for sale, because I guess they're hard to hatch, or they're hard to, because they're giants.
How much are you willing to pay?
Well, they're like $300.
Oof.
If I had a job, I wouldn't care.
Right. Yeah, we can't.
And the babies are there. It's like, oh my gosh, no, they want to buy the babies. I laugh because I know if I was to say, okay, I'm going to sell the babies, the first ones that are going to go are Elvis and Priscilla. Why? Because Elvis has a whole yellow head, and Priscilla has yellow all over her body. And the other ones are true cockatiels. They're just gray and the yellow, pink, and yellow spot.
Sorry about that noise, guys. I'm still with a kappa. My daughter has a bantam rooster. He's 3 feet tall and chases her all over the pasture when she lets everyone out of that vest, out of the coop.
I don't want a rooster. I had a gold one that wasn't 3 foot tall, but I gave him away because he would start coming sideways like he wanted to poke me, and he was like, oh no, I can't have that. The chickens don't do that. But I do want one of those 3 foot chickens. Yeah. I just don't know. Where do you find them?
Punky, sometimes I stay.
Cindy, where do you find them?
Until 2 a.m., Punky, doing this right here.
That's why she cut her finger, because it's like she's already tired and she's...
No, not because I'm tired. I just messed up. It was an accident.
Cindy, did your daughter inherit it with a farm, or did she buy it? Yes, roosters are mean. Ophelia had a little one of the miniature roosters, the red ones with a big tail. She had a little one, and that little one was meaner than the big ones. He wanted to always chase anybody that was in the yard. Ophelia had a lot of exotic chickens. When she was started her YouTube, Ophelia kept getting animal
control over here because of
the haters kept calling animal control because the chickens were not being treated right. The chickens didn't have water. Minnie the pig didn't have water. Ophelia was mistreating the pig. It was all lies, but Ophelia had, like, her chickens were like exotic chickens. And they were all over the yard, but these people were just nosy and they kept calling animal control on Ophelia till Ophelia got rid of all of them. Ophelia actually got a good deal, I think, on them because this man was willing to pay the price because they were all adult chickens already when he bought them. He wasn't going to lose any chickens. Like Ophelia lost some because when she ordered them from the McMurray factory hatchery, she got them 1 day old chicks. So Ophelia had to have the green light, I mean the heat light, and she had to get them to a certain size before she could put them outside. Ophelia had 2 pigs, and they didn't stay little. They did not stay little. Those pigs had babies over at my brother Frank's ranch. Who's going on a road trip? I had ducks. My brother Frank bought a bunch of ducks at the Tractor Supply, and he wasn't at his ranch yet, so I had them in my house, and there was like 15 of them. Well, they started complaining about the ducks making a lot of noise, so I had to send them to the ranch. So when I sent the ducks to the ranch, they didn't last but maybe like 3 months because the chicken hawk kept eating all of my brother Frank's chickens, and then it started eating the ducks too. So he didn't lose the ducks to tacuaches. He didn't lose the ducks to foxes. He didn't lose the ducks to raccoons or any of the animals that would be out there. He lost the ducks to and the chickens to the chicken hawk. Melissa's coming. Oh, okay. So is Melissa your daughter, Cindy? Ophelia already went outside because RPD's outside. Fresh chicken and dumplings. I don't know. I always had a thing about it feels like raw dough, the chicken and dumplings. I know that it's cooked and cooked and cooked, but it just feels like raw raw biscuit dough to me. You want a turkey? I probably can have a turkey, but I refuse to pay $15 for a baby turkey, and then if it gets too hot outside, then it's gonna die. ¿Quién quiere hacer mole con un con un gallo recién matado? Ooh, the other day that I made the cueritos with the patitas, they came out so good. I was laughing. I was cracking up because Ophelia actually got up. Because I said, I'm going to bag all this leftover patitas and cueritos for Paulo to take, and him and his kids can eat them tomorrow. Ophelia gets up and she's like, oh, before you start bagging anything up, let me get one pata for tomorrow. They were, yeah. I actually had some. I was only gonna do them. I put some seasoning salt on them and started boiling them with cominos and ajo and bouillon. But when the water started going down and they started looking like they were already getting ready to get like really cooked, I had a little jar of ham glaze from the holidays. I actually bought 4 jars after the holidays and I had them in my pantry. And I poured the little jar of cherry ham glaze on in there. Well, when the water kept lowering and lowering it started getting thick. And the flavor was more like a barbecue sauce, a sweet barbecue sauce. And Ophelia was complaining about the sweetness. But the flavor was really good because that glaze had cloves. It had the holiday flavors. And pork is always good in the holidays, anyways. But I That's what I felt like eating that day. You've never had them? Well, when you hang around with me, I'll cook them for you. The heart attack beans, Punky, is though that's the way to do them. Like, go to the store and just get pork skins from the freezer. If you have an HEB, they have them in the freezer, and the patitas are in the freezer too. And you throw a bag of each in the crock pot. I'll tell you how to make heart attack beans. And you get a pound of sausage, cut it into circles or squares or whatever you want, and throw it in there too. And then you, in the crock pot, all you're gonna do is put 1 teaspoon of salt, because that's it. But then you get 1 pound of beans and you throw it in there, and you fill up the thing with water and let it boil all night. You can add jalapenos, or you can add cilantro if you want, and tomatoes. I usually add those because I want heart attack beans, and it's like you got to add the 1 pound of bacon también. To get the heart attack beans, you've got 1 bag of the cueritos, 1 bag of the patitas, 1 pound of sausage, 1 pound of beans, and 1 pound of bacon, and add a can of tomato sauce and some garlic, and but only 1 teaspoon of salt for a crock pot, a big one. And they are. Then you make the white rice. And you know what, Yaya? When we, the reason that I make those, and if I was to do them Puerto Rican style, those beans should have squares of papas. I remember growing up, some Puerto Rican people worked with my dad because our dad was a foreman, a crew leader, and he had people that worked with him. Well, these Puerto Rican people would do these beans, and then they would make the white rice at the bottom, and we'd have white rice, and we'd have the heart attack beans with the patitas and the cueritos and everything, and papas. Oh, they were awesome. Those are flavors that you never forget. Who got disconnected? Hi, Cindy Duran. Nadia Villarreal. I don't know what happened. Somebody got disconnected. Yeah, an Airbnb would be nice. Hi, Cindy. But yeah, those are flavors that I remember from growing up. And we always say, Puerto Rican beans would have the potato chunks in the beans, and we would have them with white rice. And even when I make heart attack beans, I will ask Ophelia or Francis to make the sticky rice, because for some reason their white rice comes out better than me. But I mean, you never had white rice? Just plain white rice with nothing in it, just butter. Yes, you have. Chinese people always make white rice. If you had Chinese rice, that's white rice with eggs. Punky's lost. I think you have her in your pocket. Yeah, yeah. Well, usually when I make white rice, I make enough for me to put 3 little baggies in the freezer, because, a cup of rice is more than what you're supposed to have for one person. And for the last couple of years, I really don't cook that often. I mean, I cook every day, but like for me, I can make a chicken fried steak from the fast fixings in less than 15 minutes, and that's it. Put some chili sauce on it, yeah. Or a chicken patty. I don't have to get the whole chicken that's raw and bake it. it's gonna stay there because it's just me. I tell people with $1.50 I can go to McDonald's and get a chicken sandwich. Yeah, they make the sticky rice, Cindy, but that's because the next day they fry it with the eggs and the vegetables and all that. So, what do y'all think about this business? Ophelia's doing a police report. Y'all want to be nosy? She's doing a police report. Can you believe this? It's like, really? I get so mad at the police department. It's like not even funny. They already know me. They don't even talk to me. They just look at me like, what is she going to say right now? Especially when I go over there. But see, yeah, it wouldn't be a drama. It wouldn't be a drama.
Hey guys, I love it. We're moving forward.
Oh, is that the number?
Well, he doesn't have any cards.
Mira, look. He doesn't have a card. Here, Ophelia, here.
He doesn't have
Here's
any
your
cards.
number. Here's your number, Ophelia. Tired of you. Ya me gastaste todas las tarjetas and the police department doesn't want to pay for my personal tarjetas, Ophelia. Okay, talking about dramas. I'm going to ask you all, and Punky's probably into all that stuff. Yes, Punky, I'm putting you on the spot. What do you all think about this BTS guy that got out of the military last month? He already did his 2 years. He went in the middle of COVID. You all know that all of the guys from BTS, almost all of them went in at the same time. Well, one of them already finished his military service last month, and he already started again with the public tours and stuff because, of course, he was a model and this, that, and the other. And you already know, okay, everybody from the LGBTQ plus 2 community, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these guys in South Korea. None of them really like girls because they're all with other guys. And he was doing he's all over TikTok right now because of what happened. He was doing a live, he was singing his little songs or modeling something, and these little girls that are all into them solas, because these guys are into guys, paid good money to go see him, and then he decides that he's gonna do a hug. I'm gonna hug my fans. So,
are you talking about Chinese, Korean guys?
I'm talking about that Korean guy that.
But how do you want my followers to know about that kind of stuff?
Your followers know more than what you think they do. They don't just get into your drama, they get into all the Korean drama too. So, anyways, he did a hug the fan thing. So they had the girls lined up. And then some of the girls didn't just want to hug, so they kissed him on the cheek. I don't know how many of them got away with kissing him on the cheek before the security got him away from there. And so, of course, one thing gets ruined by other people because they don't follow the rules, just like the people here in South Texas that don't want to follow the rules. So, is it fair? Because now he's charging these girls with assault.
Angie, let me. Are you explaining what's going on?
So is it fair to the girls that paid to go see his ass, and then he offers a person or hug a fan line, And then the girls that kissed him that are actually there on the video are getting fined for assaulting him by kissing his cheek.
Angie, what is the guy? Is he an actor or is he just a singer?
He's from BTS.
What is BTS?
It's a group that played it from South Korea. But
Oh,
they all went to the military like in the middle of COVID. Because in South Korea you have mandatory 2-year military service.
The guys.
Almost all the guys from BTS except for one that had an accident.
BTS is a singing group? Is that what
Yes.
It is? Okay, so a lot of people don't know what you're talking about because they're texting. So there's a singing group and the guy was supposed to...
He came out of the military already. He finished his service.
Right, but he wanted to do a meet and greet? Is that what it was?
I don't know if he was in a concert already with
and
another
he wanted to hug?
And he did a I'm gonna hug the fans thing. No, I'm gonna give them a hug. So they put all the girls in line. They picked out however many girls they picked out, and he was just hugging them, and they were walking. You know, he was hugging them, and the next one would come, and he was hugging them. But then I don't know how many went by, and then one of them decided that she was gonna kiss him on the face, and then the other one did the same thing. Then the security moved him away. I guess I didn't see the.
So he's trying to sue? What
No, he's pressing charges for assault.
What an idiot.
So, okay, so is it fair for the girls to pay a fine, or should South Korea just say, okay, they did it, let's make them do community service so that they can learn their lesson? Because they probably didn't even have.
But they don't work anymore.
They probably didn't even have the money to pay to go to the ticket and they did it anyways because they like these guys that like other guys. You know, it's like, to me, that doesn't make sense.
Is the noise bothering you guys? It sounds like a setup. They didn't do anything wrong. No, they didn't. But he felt offended because he likes guys and not women.
Well, yeah, that's what I think. Because he felt offended because all he was offering was a hug.
Thank you. So he was offended because there were not guys kissing him, cabrón. That's what
if it would have been guys kissing him, he probably wouldn't have said nothing. But it was girls kissing him.
What you need to
and these guys are not stupid. These guys are not stupid. They know their money's coming from these little girls. Even if they're all over being flamboyant with other guys,
right, Cindy.
They know.
He invited physical contact. He did. So
yes, but he claims that it was just a hug and move. But they kissed his cheek.
Oh, his cheek. My God.
It wasn't his lips. It was his cheek. So, I mean, my whole thing is that these little girls probably didn't even have the money for the damn ticket. And now they're going to get fined for assaulting him.
Well, they shouldn't.
Yes, Nadia, it's K-pop. But most of those K-poppers are all gay. And the females are paying and promoting this gayness.
There's nothing wrong with being gay, bitch.
I didn't say there was something wrong with being gay. But like Ophelia said, if a guy would have been kissing him, he wouldn't have said nothing.
Well, they're saying that people are saying in South Texas, guys, that Yaya and I are what, kissing friends?
Kissing buddies.
Kissing buddies. Korean laws are different. Yes, Korean laws.
Yes, they are. That little sugar, the sugar guy. He's getting beat up bad. And all he did was drive a stupid an electric motorcycle while he was drunk. I don't know if he wrecked it or how they found out.
Punky, yes, Punky. No es que yo y Yaya somos kissing buddies, hombre. Pobrecitas.
¡Ey! Y esos que todavía no agarran el Airbnb y se juntan as a little group.
Oh, because the Vegas trip is not looking good, guys. Like, seriously. It is not looking good.
Kissing through the phone, dice Yaya.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
For me, Vegas is not going to look good this month in September. Sorry, Cesar.
Sorry, Cesar. If you only knew. You're saying sorry, Cesar, because you don't know.
I don't know what.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Oh. Did you get married, Cesar? My phone will be ringing in a little bit. Cesar probably got married and I haven't found out yet.
Probably con la buena.
Secretive, Mr. Teresa.
Probably con la buena.
Mr. Teresa, secretive.
¿Dónde están los $400 or $500 a la buena?
No. She's keeping you broke.
¿Creen que son de su condición? El león así es.
El león todo el tiempo piensa que son de su condición. Ya sabes, Scarlett, imagínate, si ahorita están hablando de Yaya y de Ofelia, y esos que Yaya ha estado en North Carolina,
Yeah.
y Ofelia en el sur de Texas. Imagínate si Yaya decide que va a ir a visitar a los parientes de su esposo en México, porque son de allá, y se va a parar aquí de pasada en el Whataburger, y van a estar haciendo un live ahí en el Whataburger, Ofelia, Yaya y yo. Imagínate qué habladuría no van a decir.
Imagínate, guys.
¿Qué tanta habladuría no tendría? No, les dabas contenido para todo el resto del año a estas cabronas.
It's best if we don't know, Bucky. It's best if we don't know.
Cesar. Who's Cesar? Ay, otra mi teléfono.
I don't know. Not on here.
Let me see.
Angie, don't.
What?
Él pone muchos retratos. Don't.
So, anyways, I wanted to tell you all that life is.
Scarlett, una dice imagínate y la otra dice imagínate. Yeah, stopping by would be awesome. It sure would. You know who stopped by?
The Queen.
On the way también to Mexico?
I don't think that he is. I think he just Cesar the player. He's a single guy.
Have you been to
and he's a player.
Have you been, Angelica? Have you even been to what he's posting? You don't even know what he's posting.
I see what he posts on my page.
What do you mean on your page? On his page, Angie.
Why do I have to go to his page? I see posts on mine.
Oh my God. Sometimes people don't see all the posts, Angie.
I don't go looking for people's pages to look at what the posts are. If it comes up on my scroll,
Check
then
your
it comes.
messenger. Who? Me or her?
She doesn't want to leave me alone. Punky, defend me, please.
I don't have nothing on my messenger, so you must be telling somebody else.
Hey, Ophelia, how do I show the pictures that?
Oh, you can't, Angie. They're asking you to go to your messenger. Yes. Oh, you want to show the picture? Okay.
I was gonna show you all what Martina has been doing because life is short.
You've already been on here for an hour,
and there's a lot of relatives that have passed on to a better life.
Okay, I'm gonna go like this. All right, guys, I'm gonna share this image right here.
Martina has been busy. She was doing some reads for some relatives that have passed away in the last couple of months. Go to the next one. Go to the first one.
Don't work too hard. I won't. Ya me estoy Um, oh, look at your cash app on hers or mine.
I don't know.
If you send it to me, I'll send it to her. Um, can you guys see that? Angie wants me to move it.
Did you all see that wreath?
That one. You have to. Okay. If she sends it to mine, I'll send it to you.
Thank you, Teresa. Um, so she did that one, and then she did the heart. Ophelia, no, I wanted the other heart. And then her uncle that no the big heart. Then her uncle that passed away. That's the angel wings. That one. Now her uncle that passed away. Martina did this wreath for him um, a month and a half ago. So there's a lot of family members that have passed to a better life in the last few months. I know that our comadre Faye has had at least three, right, Ophelia? Members
Yes.
of her family
Yes.
pass away. And so, I Martina will call me up and say, hey, I got to go get more flowers or but this first wreath that she made with so many flowers because the man was up there in the age, but he was always very nice to Martina and her husband. And she put her best into this first wreath that she made. I thought that it came out really pretty. Um, and so we went to one floral shop that has the cutouts of the foam, and then we went to Hobby Lobby to get the flowers because the flowers were like 40% off or something. But this one still ended up costing almost $200 because of the type of flowers that we used or that we picked for it. But I mean, all I want you all to know is it doesn't matter how metiche these people are. They're not gonna tell us how to run our life. We're gonna end up at the end of the day running our life however we want. And we're prepared for the final step in life. And that's what you need to realize, that you can just be talking smack, and it's like it's not gonna matter. At the end of the day, who's gonna be there for you? Is there anybody there for you right now? I know that I have my sisters, my brothers there, even though I argue with them, and people will be spending days saying there's a problem between Ophelia and Angie. No, there's not a problem between me and Ophelia. We were raised a certain way. We argue, we say what we have to say, and then we move on. But once you get to that 3x6, you're not going to move anywhere. How many people are going to be there in your last day? I only expect my daughter to be there because that's the way I am. My sisters, maybe, if I don't go before them, or if they go before me, pues ni modo. I'll be there for them. But, these people just talk and talk and talk. And it's like, oh, I haven't said nothing about any of them because they pissed me off. I had to block somebody from my TikTok yesterday because I went in there, and the only thing that person put was your dentures look nice.
Well,
These are not dentures. I want everybody that's on here, 77 people, these are not dentures. These are in there. I paid for permanent teeth to be put in there. Your dentures you take off and you soak them overnight, then you put them back on.
You got blocked today by Yaya.
So I block somebody, and it's like, I hate blocking people, but you're not gonna come on my page and be rude.
Exactly. You want to talk about people, bitch? Get your own page and then go talk about them. Fucking bitch, you dumbass bitch.
That's right, Teresa. We always do. I mean, the other day I was talking with Ophelia's best buddy, her little brother Mel, and I was telling him, I'm not going to allow them to down talk to me. I'm older than Ophelia and I'm younger than Francis, but when they both get together, they want to both gang up on me, and it's not going to happen. But that's how it is. And then we were together yesterday, and Francis was so worried, and she's like, Angel, she tells me Angel, and she's like, Angel, I only ate half of the hamburger from Whataburger. Well, Whataburger makes big hamburgers anyways. Do you want the other half? I have it in the bag. And I told her, sure, I'll eat it. So she ended up giving me half of her hamburger. And, it's like, that's fine. I don't care. I'll eat half of her hamburger from Whataburger as long as it doesn't have mustard. Because Whataburger thinks hamburgers go with mustard. Teresa, no, they will go that low, Teresa. They would go into my TikToks, take pictures of my teeth, take pictures of when I have lipstick, and I have an outline of a tattoo that's already needs to be redone. But sometimes I don't hit the outline, and they're like, "You're missing your lipstick is all chueco," or and it's like, you really have to zoom in. You really have to be nosy to be zooming into my lips, and I do have that Cupid lip up there. It's like I don't paint it on there. It's on there. But they zoom into everything, and it's like, and they don't want to be called metiches. I'll call them metiches all day long. And I'll tell them that they're lying metiches at that because they want to lie about the judge.
If people want to talk crap about me, I want it to be outrageous. I live in a castle, drive a limo, and eat from 24 karat gold dishes. Ugh.
Well, I thought that pregnancy thing would really be outrageous for me. But yeah, it's like, but if we learned anything is that, you can have friends and you're always going to be there for your friends, even if you're on social media friends, but some of these people just talk smack. I was cracking up with Yaya because she was saying that they were saying that her husband's an immigrant, but they're so proud of being married to drug lords. It's like, really? You know? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know which one. I would claim an immigrant a lot faster than I would claim being married to a drug lord. Let me tell you that. But we're going to let y'all go because ya nos pasamos de una hora. And I appreciate y'all for allowing me into your space, into your time, into your Monday night. See y'all next time. And don't believe everything on social media.